Alright, hello there and welcome back to another video stream, not video. What the fuck? How's everybody doing today? Thank you very much, Martin, for the donation. Yeah, Starborn Among Us is amazing. Hopefully the mod author can update it so that it comes to PC. Not PC, PlayStation, because it's pretty fucking nice. Alright, so what are we going to be checking out the Manticore Tactical Combat today. It kind of varies, Christian. It depends heavily on what it's doing and whether or not you want to do stuff. So we'll be checking out this one. This is by Sanderian. Sanderian has done many few mods, very nice, both paid and free. Hello there. I know, Alice. We're off to a bad start. So yeah, so Manticore is an immersive tactical combat overhaul that emphasizes strategy and player skill. Okay. Manticore is designed around the following principles: patchless compatibility with as wide a variety of content as possible. Patchless compatibility is quite good, basically meaning that, you know, you need 50 billion patches. Dynamic healthy scaling offers a natural progression curve, mitigating bullet sponginess. Oh, 27th of this month. That is fucking awesome, Brandon. Have they said any more specifics? Oh, they're cosmic. Brutal, fast-paced combat encounters. It wasn't intentional, Golden. It just came in my head one day, but I realized that it's probably subconsciously based off of that. Hello there, Hercules. How goes it? Brutal, fast-paced combat encounters encourage flexibly combining skills and tactics to achieve victory. Combat skills remain relevant throughout the game, with synergies unlocking new talent and playstyle. PlayStation 15. Why is PlayStation 15? It's the same with Starfield. Honestly, it's not the best decision. Is it a Sony thing? Why isn't Bethesda kind of trying to be a little bit more, you know? Game balance is preserved by respecting existing relative scaling between enemies. The official Bethesda? Novel mechanics directly during the gameplay support expressive character building. Custom VFX means less reliance on HUD and UI for feedback. Right, so they overhauled a load of skills. So let's download it, let's get into the game, and then we'll read stuff. Hello there, Dong. How goes it? Alright, out. Sony stopped custom assets up until like a year ago. So I mean, there's truth to that. Hopefully they'll kind of see the light of day. However, as me and Doc were talking about, Sony have been pulling so originally Sony released a lot of their exclusives onto PC to kind of tap in on that market because, you know, more money is more money. However, they've recently went back on that, and they're apparently pulling their exclusives from that situation, which is not good. And it's supposedly linked to the fact that the new Xbox console will be able to play Steam games. Now, I don't know if that's specifically the case, but I could definitely see Sony being like that because, like, to be honest with you, like, if you could play, I don't know, like, I'm an Xbox fanboy, right? And, like, the console themselves are quite similar. Obviously, the Pro is, you know, more powerful than the X. However, I feel like if I had the ability to play I could play everything on a console and I wanted a console, I'd probably go for Xbox. Just because, again, with Sony's kind of limitations regarding, like, modding and stuff, but then not everyone cares about modding. Right, so let's check this out. Let's read this. My back, I woke up and under my shoulder blades is sore, so I think I slept on it wrong. All right, dynamic health okay, wait, there we go. Whoa. Overhauled skills. Suppression replaces ballistics, reduces enemy action and damage, or trigger weapon jams. Efficiency replaces lasers, deal more damage on consecutive hits, recharge ammo at higher ranks. Gunfighting replaces targeting. Build and consume adrenaline with pistols to deal critical hits or slow time. Neutralization replaces sharpshooter. Deal devastating initial hits when striking first. Dueling. Land critical hits to trigger evisceration. Hello there, Paul. How goes it? To trigger evisceration. Dealing. Hello, boss. Dealing devastating damage. Hello to everybody else, by the way. I didn't say hello to. Fitness. All about fitting this dick. No, I'm sorry. Evading, coming damage, and build adrenaline while sprinting, sliding, and more. Boxing, assign unarmed to any hotkey, instantly and brutally KO crippled foes. Neuro Strike, deal scaling EM damage, switch between Neuro style and boxing style anytime without menus. Martial Arts, build adrenaline on melee skills, slows time on melee kills. This replaces some of his mods. What mod specifically? Particle Beam, chance to quantum entangle, freezing enemies. Dynamic health rescaling in Manticore. The player and enemies follow a new set of rules regarding total available health. These rules, hello there, Grandma. These rules vary according to the chosen preset, which can be modified via gameplay options. Tactical is designed for smooth progression and cinematic boss encounters. Health is strictly balanced around a narrow band of variable values, which adjust as the player progresses through new game plus and beyond. Fatal Plus relaxes scaling, emphasizing gear progression and looser shooter gameplay. Strong enemies will have relatively more health. Want to talk about Death Wish is the ultra. Ooh. All right. All humans will have a realistic health pool. Use of tactics is required. Difficulty recommends setting both vanilla gameplay and normal. No one starting out. Visibility Manticore is generally designed for to be playable without HUD. Okay, cool. All right. So let me go to my settings. Everything is on normal. Manticore, we're on tactical, which gives us cool stuff. All right, so I suppose the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the new skills. Okay, so what's my health? Normally my health sits at about, okay, that's a lot less health. Usually I have a lot more health than that, but that's kind of cool still. All right, let's see. Okay. So, pistol certification. Reload pistols 5% faster. Kind of confused. Hold on. Suppression. Hitting human targets with ballistic weapons apply suppression, reducing their damage. Suppression strips damage resistance. Okay, so ballistic. Go that. Efficiency is for energy weapons. Pistol certification. Reload pistols faster. What is the shotgun one? Able to load 2 more shells into most shotguns. Shotguns have a chance to knock down. Non-standard soft shells are more effective. Shotguns be loaded faster and deal. Ooh, okay. Grab that one. Incapacitation. EM weapons have a chance to KO on critical hit. Okay. What is this one? Gunfighting. Build up adrenaline by landing hip fire hits with a pistol. Okay. There's been a few new mods. Evasion grants a chance to dodge most kinds of attacks. Sprinting grants a moderate amount of evasion. You can gain smaller amounts from crouching or for using cams. As your armor and coverings increases, evasion damage is diminished. Keep an eye on your equipment. Keep equipment weight low. Okay, cool. Right, so we're gonna hip fire. All right, let's go and test out some enemies. So we've got, obviously we got our shotgun. That would make sense with Sony being Sony. Or let's head to New Atlantis real quick just so I can grab some missions. Jesus, that's a lot. I thought for some reason that meant like Forza Horizon. Is there like, how do you have that many hours? Like, is it the sort of game where you kind of like replay it over and over, or is there a lot of replayability? Most things like Overhaul, especially dog shit ones, require 50,000 packs. It is doing very well, Dong. And honestly, I was shocked by how much content is there for it being in early access. Have you played it? It's fucking amazing. Kill the pirate legend on Tau Ceti. Okay. Let's go to Tau Ceti, kill the player, or pirate legend. Fair, 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 fair. Did you get the stuff sorted? Remember you were saying you have still a, like... Oh. You still, like, appointment at the clinic? No, I think we're talking about a different game, Pat, not that one. Talking about Forza Horizon. No, not Forza Horizon. Horizon Forbidden West. Aha. You can't dodge me, you ruffian. Is that really? Tau City 5? Okay, we're to the deserted biotic lab. Very nice. It's very cool, bub. It's very cool. I got to kind of the part where you're like, you start messing with the stuff. Oh, Jesus Christ. And there's no way you can transfer it to somewhere more local? I've seen people saying that. See, the thing is I haven't looked into it fully, but I think it's something along the lines of like it gives you backdoor access into your computer. I don't think it's a malicious thing. I think it was probably unintentional. However, like people like tend to blow it out like shit out of proportion. I suppose I get it, but like I'm a console gamer. Oh Jesus Christ, that's not good, done. Hope we get a Cyclops bigger motherships like stay home. Did you see have you seen the leaks, Bob? There's like a new submarine that's like the Cyclops, but it like has like 4 slots. Oh, the pickle. It has like apparently 4 slots for the little tadpole. They're building Lower Horizon. There's New Game Plus, and you keep it. Ooh, very nice. There's new weapons. Yeah, look at that, Bethesda. A reason to play New Game Plus. Imagine that. So does it show me my thingy? No, what the fuck? Okay, we're cold. No, there's like, I've seen like in the files, there's like a new vehicle. It's very early, but it's basically just this giant box. And it's going to be some sort of like the Cyclops, but not the Cyclops. But it has like 4 little kind of slots where you can store 4 of the little what are they called, tadpoles? I don't know when it's going to be added. There's also apparently like, again, it's very bare bones. Like you can't even, there's no animations or stuff. It may never get added to the game, but I think they will. To be fair, I didn't mess around too much with the diving. Like the because I got kind of the tadpole and then I was kind of GG, but apparently like the diving lift and like the portable oxygen, yeah, I just ended up making like 2 bases and kind of bouncing between instead of kind of harvesting resources. Mother on the way. Nice, very nice. I probably picked the one pistol that's honestly dog shit. What is this? What do I do? Kill. Oh. What? So the challenge is pistols are considered sidearms. Build adrenaline by landing hipfire hits with a pistol. But the challenge is kill enemies while aiming with the pistol. Huh? Which one is correct? Was that an animation? Did she just execute someone? What the fuck? Is that the mod? Get your dumb head down. You're done. Hello there, Wiz. How goes it? No weapon by Bub currently. This is just a vanilla pistol. Kind of questionable pistol. Well, you don't even play the game enough to know it's vanilla. It's the 10 mod author. No, I'm joking. Is she just... She's executing people. What the fuck? What the fuck? How the fuck? I'm intrigued. So let's try the shotgun so I can have extra shells. Yeah, it was valid. A lot of pistol. They're not bad, but they're not good. Alright, so suppression. What's the rifle one do? They're more accurate, can be fired faster. Adrenaline buildup no longer causes actually penalty. So I'm kind of confused. What the fuck? Do I hip fire or do I not hip fire? And how do I like determine what the stuff is? Let's go in here and try to crash. This area likes to make me crash. I will give it a minute. I'm still confused as to like that beat. Was that an execution? Is that new? What the fuck? That's kind of fucking sick. Need all the weapon classes in play. That's fair. That's fair. I tend to like, you know, my first playthrough. I tend to like use a bit of everything, and then when I go to like subsequent playthroughs, I'll just kind of rock. I always liked pistol builds. All right, so apparently, Bill's able to fucking absolutely like dome people by jabbing them in the head. I'm still kind of confused as to. It does, but that's not. Is that the mod? Could do melee and vanilla, but I don't know if that's an addition. I've never seen them, and to be honest with you, she wasn't doing that yesterday. Did I really come in here? There's nothing in here. Oh, Jesus Christ. So I don't really know how... Yeah, what am I doing here? Okay, so build adrenaline by landing hips. What does adrenaline do? Enemies build adrenaline. Enemies are marked when building adrenaline. Aiming a pistol drains adrenaline to Oh, okay. So build adrenaline by hip firing, but I then need to. So it's a bit confusing, but I just need to like. Okay. Hello. I need to kill them. Kind of. Are you in there? Yeah, you're in there. Oh, you're staying in there, bud. What do we got? Hello there, Jeremy. We are checking out the new... what's it called? The Manticore Tactical Combat Overhaul. Just to kind of see, it seems to make improvements to the. I need that. makes improvements to like combat and stuff, which seems interesting. However, I'm currently trying to figure out how it works. But my guess is that just going off of like how it's worded, you're supposed to hip fire with the weapon to kind of get extra damage, and then you aim down sight and you get like a kind of a, like a buff. However, I don't really understand like it's supposed to like have like it doesn't use the UI, but then how is it going to determine stuff if it doesn't use the UI? How am I going to know? It changes I like the raw power if it sucks as living. Yes. It does. I agree, Dong. I 100% agree. Take that, PC. Getting on to them. For me, I think it's just the convenience, you know? Like, I don't need to, like, spend 20 minutes Googling why my PC won't play a game. Oh, it's because my game's not, you know, I can't run it. I've been playing more Dark Tide, and I've been, like, kind of enjoying it. But, like, haven't played it in years. Like, it's hard to tell. Like, whenever, you know, like, a class-based kind of game, like, any class is viable, but if you want to do, like, the end game and stuff, obviously some classes are more viable than others. And it's just trying to, like, determine who's the coolest. I initially, when I was first looking at getting a PC, that was my thought too. I wanted to make something that basically looked like an Xbox. However, I learned pretty quickly that while you can do that, stuff like that tends to be more expensive, because like smaller form factor stuff has to be more like custom made somewhat. Knock knock. Hello. Oh, hello. Ow. Can we relax on the explosions? Idiots. Alright, so 50 kills while aiming is kind of... Apply 100 stacks of... Hitting human targets with ballistic suppresses them. Right. I don't really understand like what it's do. I mean, I know it's like I don't know what is. What's my damage? My damage is 55, so it should be doing 55 a headshot. $55 a headshot. Hi there. Ow. That's 40. What's that one? Oh, very cool. You go somewhere with a load of enemies to like try this out properly. Oh, where we go? Ooh, I know where we go. The one place for killing everything. Actually, hold on now. There's other stuff on this planet, wasn't there? What's that? Industrial outpost, spaceship debris. Nope. I can't fast travel during combat. No. Where is this guy? What the fuck? Sweeping. Yeah, Jafar's probably the best place. Where is he? Outside? I feel like with a mod like this, although the mod author, like, you know, mentions the fact that you don't need to rely on UI stuff, and like that basically that it runs perfectly fine without, you know, like if you're using like a HUD-less mod. However, I don't really understand the, I don't know. Like after playing games like Destiny and stuff, I like being able to kind of see, you know, like what sort of buffs and debuffs I have. Now, I know not everyone would like that. necessarily. Hello there. How goes it? However, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be easier. Cause I know Prof does all the UI stuff. I wonder, would he know like how hard or easy it is to kind of, you know, implement like a pop-up? Like you get a kill with, say, like a weapon, the perk. Hello, Douglas. The perk would like trigger. Science outpost, industrial outpost. Nah. Oh, hello there, Prof. Speak of the devil. How are you? Do. Want the NPC tiles to go. What do you mean, like the name over their head, Lee? Weirdly, I've seen a lot of people on PlayStation have asked the same. They've been like looking for kind of mods that remove the health bars. PCs also make expensive, and the frame rate freaks will say that you're using your 1 year. Yeah, it's very... It wouldn't be too hard to implement a message pop up at the top right, but adding a whole new message system is not easy. So, like, if you, let's say, for instance, you know, like, games like Destiny, where, like, you might have, like, a... See how, oh, now I'm thinking. Like, you see above the health bar, would it, like, be, how easy or difficult would it be to, like, have little symbols pop up there? Like, you know, in some games, like, you have, like, objects that are buffs that stack. All right, we're not gonna do that one. Actually, we might do that one. There's gonna be enemies there. So Douglas, we're looking at this new mod by Sindarian. It like adds a load of stuff. I'm still trying to figure out what it kind of does. Visibility Manticore is generally designed to be fully playable without HUD. Conveyed where possible. Critical information is conveyed visually where possible. See. When you trigger evasion, when you trigger evasion. Right, now what would determine that I am triggering evasion? Sprinting is supposed to trigger evasion, but like I don't really know. Crouching? Do I need to like do a new game plus to get this working? Oh, well, no, the other ones are, like, working. If the engine is pushing the data to the UI somewhere, it could be done, but keep in mind the UI and the engine are pretty... fair. I will say, given that Bethesda wants this to, like, they're clearly going the route of, like, it being a kind of a looter-shooter, it's strange to me that they haven't, like, implemented those, because they did add, like, I mean, they added the whole new, you know, speedster and stuff. Which, I don't know, I would rather it show up on the HUD than your character goes blue. Like, I've seen lots of ways that, like, games highlight, you know, like, the fact that you've got buffs. Yeah, see, little symbols above the enemy's head would make it... Because I don't even know, like, what... Suppression makes them less accurate, right? But, like, that's kind of, like, irrelevant. Because, like, the thing with... If you're, like, suppressing a target, right? It's not like, say, Battlefield, where shooting near them suppresses the target. Hitting humans targets with ballistics applies suppression. Like, so, like, 1,000 stacks of suppression. So, suppression does stack, but I don't know. It's like, it's like, I definitely understand what the mod author is trying to achieve. However, I don't really know if, like, I mean, I'm not exactly the most intelligent person when it comes to stuff like this, but that's always kind of been half the joke, but half the serious. Like, if I can't understand your mod, the average person probably won't understand it either. Like, I hit him, and he's still hitting me. Hit him again. Okay, so he actually is less accurate now. I'm hitting him a third time. Okay, it's hard to... feed the gimmick? What do you mean the gimmick? If I track difficult up, they're gonna kick the shit out of me. Since they are using basically a very dead UI system at this point, they'd have to overhaul a lot more modern features. They're also a lot less, say, hacky things. Okay. Just change the color of the jetpack though instead of what if it just changed the color of the jetpack instead of adding an effect? I mean, it's possible, but like even then, like it would be. Oh, I don't know. It would have been easier just to have like. Hell, even actually, speak of the devil. The little pop-ups, right? When you like get hit with, you know, like you know when you use panacea and stuff, a lot of different chems hit you with that. Would it be easier for a mod author if they're implementing something that gives you like a buff or a debuff? Hello there, Comrade Lemon. How goes it? I wonder would it be easier if you're trying to show the player that they have a buff or debuff by just briefly changing their screen color. The thing is, too, is like, if I crank the difficulty, the game kind of recommends you play on a lower difficulty, like vanilla, basically. Star Valor? Or was Star Valor? Yes, I don't think it works on robots. Reason to make it show one of those messages at the top right can be fired via a very small script. Actually, we could actually bump the difficulty just... right, so I'm gonna make it so that I deal less damage. You are correct in that if I actually upload that, it's freeze to me. What the fuck? Why are you saying that? That's not sketch at all. Where? Is he fucking downstairs again? Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I will say, like, I like Starfield's, like, approach, or I like the fact that people are trying to make, like, a new approach to the combat. Is the combat's fucking... Not the combat is bland, but the perks are bland. I forgot to write the rest. The mod oh. Wait, but they just said that.
There you are.
There I am. Where are you? Where are you?
Big mistake.
Where the fuck are you? Oh, you're downstairs. Right, so let me see now. Shoot me. This armor is going to cause problems. Let me take it off. Okay, let me... Was that a helmet? Or is that a... No, it's a helmet. Yeah, it would be very cool seeing where the POI goes. Oh, wait, whoa. I just took off my armor, put it back on, and something happened. Shit, there was a pop-up I fucking missed. God damn it, Bethesda. Pom 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 pom. Alright, we need more POIs. Let's go to there. See, I probably kind of messed myself over by going with the pistol one, because the pistol one is save your life. Yeah, I did see that, or I was informed of that. POI there, cool. Illicit surgery. Okay, so the shotgun one does what exactly? You can load 2 more Shens. They have a chance to knock down cripple. Non-standard shells like flechettes are more effective. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Rifles, adrenaline. Build up no longer cause accuracy penalty when using a... What is adrenaline? I don't understand. Where the fuck did adrenaline come from? See, this is pretty straightforward. Energy weapons deal up 200% damage on consecutive hits. Energy weapons hold 20% more charge per rank of efficiency. Energy weapons using a standard ammo fire 2 shots per trigger pull with reduced damage per shot. When reloading energy weapons, triggering them recharge. See, that makes a lot of sense. Dueling, what does dueling do? Melee weapons are more effective. Critical hits may trigger an evisceration against enemies. Inflicted on human and targets. Okay, interesting. Interesting as well. Weapon handling. How do you know if you're certified in a weapon? Aiming a weapon drains adrenaline. Right. We're gonna have to bump up the difficulty to extreme so I do very little damage. I feel like I'm gonna need to get like an Eon or something, you know that? Just to kind of test it. I need to... How... Just off the top of my head, how difficult would it be to like... If I wanted to make a box in my outpost, right? With an enemy... that, like, say, like, it just, like, a kind of as, like, a firing range stuff. Would it be hard using just console commands? Because I know I can, like, thing is, like, I know I can use console commands to, increase targets' healths and stuff. But I don't know if I can use console commands to, like, make an enemy stay stationary. I could, like, maybe lock them in, but I have a feeling they wouldn't always stay there. Alright, so like my adrenaline's supposed to increase with each shot. What is adrenaline? Okay, I'm seeing a damage increase, kind of. Honestly, given the Alright, these XQs are kind of cool. Given the fact that the way sidearms are, I kind of... Hello there, Shadow Dragon. I don't know why, but I kind of wish that the targeting one just made it so that you could like auto aim to enemies, like, you know, Han Solo style. But obviously that would be kind of a little bit overpowered. Where's the enemies at? Where are you guys at? Right, so the bit-a-badoop thing, I need to change my gear in a second. Once we get this for perk. Ba-da-da. Master? What the fuck you mean, master? We also will be checking out some other mods in a little bit. The there is an EVA mod that got updated, hoping for some sort of cover system. So surprisingly, this it wouldn't be the first time cover systems existed. I've never seen that animation before. So the game has like a pop-up system where you can pop up out of cover, and does it have a sideways one? I don't know if it's a sideways one. TCL will turn off the... Yeah, it does. TCL will turn off the AI, but the problem is if I load the save on Xbox, some console commands and stuff will like stay between, you know, between Xbox and PC, some will not. That's my biggest concern, is like TCL, I'm pretty sure it'll just turn off immediately. Right, so it seems like adrenaline is increasing my damage. I don't know. I've never seen that before. Hello there, Dutchie. But the mod doesn't have a reference to executions, to my knowledge.
Gonna make an example out of you.
I'm gonna have to test that in a minute. I'll turn the mod off and see what happens. Does it show adrenaline in the status menu as an applied effect? Nope, it does not. Which means I don't even know if it's on. It also, like, I'm supposed to have evasion. I don't know how evasion. So there is, like, there's certain executions that do exist. Like the Rook, or the Crimson Fleet killing animation. Alright, I will say, the first fucking challenge for this being 50 fucking kills while aiming is a bit tedious. Evasion is not in the physical tree? What do you mean? I don't think so. Hold on now. Boxing. No, so like when I put on my gear, or when I like first loaded in the game, it said that evasion. Let me show you. Let's look at the mod creations. Okay. So all right. Where is it? Fuck you, Ace. Hello there. Just for that, Ace, Wiz showed me more Tayo stuff. I bet you're jelly. I'm very confused. How does it work? I'm very... Okay, yeah, so critical information is conveyed visually when possible. See when you triggered evasion. Evading is tied to the finesse skill. Do I have the finesse skill? Finesse. Okay. Gain 40% evasion when sprinting. Move 10% faster in combat. Evasion actions build up adrenaline. Evasion from actions. What is it? What does that mean, though? Are they shit? Or is my evasion just making them miss? So I genuinely think evasion might be protecting me. But I have no way of knowing. Yeah, evasion is making me tankier. Well, let me run into this wall. So. Yeah, evasion is. So you can see there, I'm taking a lot less damage. If I stand still... Oh, fucking Mona's executing everybody. Through the build-up effect, like you're saying, adrenaline doesn't show on stat screen. One would think it would want to tell the... That's what I mean. Like, the mod author wanted to make it so you don't need a HUD, but I'm, like, confused as to, like...
Stupid.
I'll know I'll have adrenaline hopefully when I get the first perk up. It is, and is Speedster actually doing anything? Now that I look at it, what does Speedster do? Oh yeah, no, so you run much faster. So that's not actually reduced. Speedster is not the one. Well, Speedster is the one. But Speedster is not the reason, like, is not the, like, the, we need to go to, where are we?
Easy, fine.
What are you doing up here? Let's fast travel back to base. And let's put on some armor that doesn't make me knock enemies down constantly. And then let's tell Mona to wait. See, I feel like, and this is the I need to be careful here. Last time I like mentioned something somewhat negatively about Sundari, and a load of people fired shots at me, which, to be fair, it was nothing against Sundari himself. But he did, I'm pretty sure Sundari did like another paid mod where like the chronometer did things. However, I couldn't really get it to do things when I was testing it. It was very kind of bare minimum. I'm wondering is this another situation? Yeah, Speedster does that too. All right, or what do we got in here? So we'll take a Deep Seeker. We'll just go standard Deep Seeker for now. Nah, Probe Tech's too busy making mods to harass me. Return to your post. Okay, cool. Nice, very nice. All right, where are we going? Let's go to, need to go somewhere. We'll go to the deserted biotics lab. Okay, this is... I like Sindarian. I think his, like, because he did Overhaul and he did, like, the fuel stuff. And honestly, I think there's some of the coolest, like, mods out there, in my opinion. However, I don't know if it's just, like, if maybe the mod's not, like, implementing properly on my end because, but I don't think it would be. Oh, that's not good to hear, huge ass, but don't worry, they didn't deserve you anyway. I would have known you sent the Mercs, Ace. I would have been like, wait a minute, why is there a penis ship in orbit? See if we can see, because weirdly the suppression in this is the same issue suppression is in Battlefield originally, right? Because in fun fact, in Battlefield 5, 6, there's like there's a challenge for getting suppression with machine guns, right? But the problem with suppression is you in previous Battlefield games, just shooting near the enemy would make them suppressed, meaning that they were a little bit blurred and stuff, their vision, right? However, in Battlefield 6, you have to hit them. Ideally, you have to hit them first to suppress them. And, like, the way, like, the mechanic works, you're better off, honestly, just killing them outright. I don't think it's out. There is another one out by the ZSW guy. It's like this guy. So just let me shoot me a little bit. All right. Okay, that's hurting me. Actually, let me bump up the difficulty a little bit more so I can test this evasion. So enemies deal more damage. Okay, so all right, so they're like hurting me a fair bit. me wait till Panacea runs out. Okay. Really? I think the evasion is working. Let me look. You just pick up a shotgun? I'd say he can hurt me with a shotgun.
We shall feed your corpse to the great serpent.
Right, you know what? Just to be safe, I'm gonna load a save and go through Unity. Gonna go through Unity very quickly, and we will see if it is. Because again, I don't doubt that. Very rarely I've had issues with like mods and stuff. But like on occasion. Equipment with 3 legendary effects can have a 4th legendary effect. That's bullshit, Bethesda, you lie. Also, is that the energy one? Is the energy one the one on the top, or are they the same gun? I'm assuming they're the same gun, because there's no way an energy weapon wouldn't need a fucking muzzle flashlight, or what's that called? A flash hider like that. Ooh, I'll have to check it out. Alright. Done through Unity. Why is that the pop-up that comes in the game telling me about...
The gate of light will take you to another universe. Or simply...
Oh, okay, fair. Thank you, Aish. And also...
to return to your ship. Although you leave this universe behind, a new universe awaits you. Who will you be in this one?
Alright.
What choices will you make?
We're gonna play the rave for a minute, guys. While I completely deafen myself. So I've been snacking on some, you know, getting some nice snackies. I'm also due for Unity. Had a random door pop up in Neon. A random door. What the fuck, Monsters Inc. popping up? Well, that's not, Paul, that's not necessarily like a weird thing. Considering if you look at like, let's say for instance, I mean, nowadays, most firearm, look at the AK. The AK platform has been converted into the 7.62, 5.45. There's also the Dragunov variant. There's also like the Saiga 12 shotgun, which is not really AK specifically, but you know, like, and it's the same with like the L85 used by Britain. They have like a light support weapon version. The G36, another example. There's the K, there's the C, there's the MG36. Like, modularity is something that's quite prominent in like firearm stuff. I will say it's weird though that they have two, like them, and then the SMG is just kind of like, yeah, we're like a different gun entirely. All right, let me come back to the stream. Are we human or are we dancers? What song is that? And I'm on my knees. What does a technical director mean? And is Christopher Rodriguez is number 2 on the list? Dogfight. Yeah, see, I feel like that's the other thing with like Starfield when it comes to like weapons and stuff. Like, I can't remember off the top of my head. The like 10mm SMG in Fallout and SMGs in general in Fallout, stat wise, right? Were they rifles or were they like SMGs? I know that in 76, I believe that they're automatic pistols as opposed to, that's very helpful saying he directs technical stuff. Meow. Meow. Again, not necessarily, Paul. I know that, like, I know from like a realistic point of view, like an SMG and stuff, but I think it'd be cool if Bethesda was to, because we have quite a few SMGs in the game that I would like if they kind of, the stock was the thing. Hello, Illusionist. I think it would be cooler if they went the route of, like, I don't know, like pistols, which would be, you know, pistols and stuff. Having SMGs, which is like kind of bridges the gap between pistols and rifles. And then, you know, go from there. Because I always liked SMGs. Plus, I feel like when it comes to, like, Starfield in general, okay, here we go. All suits and helmets offer some deflection. Deflection reduces damage taken from ranged attacks. Heavy equipment grants proportional deflection. As your damage resistance increases, successful deflections reduce damage taken. Now that makes somewhat sense, kind of. On the point of realism, I'm so ready for a broken game. What's a Mouser? I do like the fact that the Mosin is like still functioning in today's economy. Right, so gymnastics, where is it? So fitness. So gain 40% evasion while sprinting. Evasion actions build up adrenaline in combat. Evasion from actions last twice as long. Sprinting uses less oxygen. Okay. So we're like testing these out. Okay, so now we're going to go with, obviously, we're going to go with a suppression. We're going to go with pistol certification. What is this one? Rifles can be more accurate. Oh, I know the one you mean, Lee. Yes, I know the one you mean. All right. So we need to go to... Shoot. Right, I need guns. We're gonna land on Crete just so I can rob some guns. I suppose if skins, but they don't. Tried a few different suits and helmets. I wonder if another mod could somehow be messing it up. Illusionist, the safest thing to do would be to test it on your end. Just basically disable all mods, enable that, and then just jump, like, try and speed through it. It's always possible, but at the same time, it's kind of unlikely. I swear, though, the dogfight is the only... I don't know if we'll ever have any way of knowing that, Outlaw. What's it over there? Right, so that's scrap metal foundry. Alright, what's that over there? Okay, we're good. What? The fuck am I? Right, so I take it we didn't land where I needed to land. Alright. Alright, so let's... See, it's stuff like this kind of... It irks me, like, a little bit. Because... like, this could all be working, and I'm just not spotting it and stuff, but, like, it's kind of like when I did a review of Red Dog's AI mod and stuff. Like, I feel like I need to, in my opinion, I need to be able to see the mod working as intended, and it's just hard to determine if it's working as intended. Hi there. Oh, we can actually, hold on, now we can do the melee one though. Hold on, what's the melee one? Melee. Where's my unarmed perk? Unarmed and bashing attacks are more effective. Heal unarmed. Dodge attacks. Oh. Is there like a... How do I... Yo. Whip the unarmed for your inventory. Do I have it in my inventory? Oh, I do. Unarmed. Nice. Bow, bow, bow.
God damn it! Reload!
Do we have a... Oh, he has a pistol. Do you have a pistol? Is it a pistol? No, it's a fucking lawgiver. Yeah, it was... Apparently it was an issue with a lot of things. It was like what Prof was saying. Alright, so we've got our shotgun. So our shotgun loads 2 extra shells with the perk. We've got 2 shells in the mag. And we grab the shotgun perk. Able to load 2 more shells into most shotguns. I'm guessing that by most shotguns, it doesn't mean this one. Hearing it's a double barrel shotgun. Difficulty me on real quick. What's that? What was that? Why did I just hear like do? Let me put a point into the perk so I can get some evasion. Right, so now we gain evasion from sprinting. Will it show me? Evasion grants a chance to dodge most kinds of ranged attacks. Sprinting grants a moderate amount of evasion. I don't know why it's only ranged attacks. You gain a smaller amount from crouching or from chems like amp. Realistically, evasion shouldn't evasion be everything? No, I have no idea. Yeah, I honestly, Brand, I'm not really sure. Like, it's, some things are definitely working, but like, as for like buffs and stuff, I have no way of knowing like what's. Let me check. So if I save here. Let me just stand there and take it for a minute. We're gonna, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna kill this guy real quick. Okay, so they're shooting me. Let me. Let me Why do I get the feeling that is supposed to be the adrenaline, and it's supposed to be doing that, but it's not doing that? Did anybody hear that again? Where is it? 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 Well, this doesn't necessarily make the game easier, Dutchy. There's like a lot of like stats you can change. Oh, I was gonna do difficulty. Settings. It It also, the thing is with the enemies not taking damage. Oh, I'm on fucking very easy. That's why, lol. Let me put, okay, so we're going to put everything to normal. I'm going to make it so I deal less damage and the enemies deal more damage.
For mercy.
All right, so they're hitting me.
Reloading.
Technically, deflection could be protecting me here. So we can see there's the damage. Now, if I sprint into this... I think evasion is working when I do that. However, I'm not really sure. I was doing something like this would make gameplay options allows users to choose how the information is conveyed. So the no, yes, that I mean, I agree. I definitely agree with that. The melee is like kind of cool. Like I like.
It's too hot here. I can't see. Ah. Time to die.
Let me see. Right. Well, one of the ones we could definitely test is the Equinox. We can test because that will show us the damage increasing. So consecutive hits deal more damage. Right now, will we know how much a consecutive hit is? Let's see. No problem with. Okay, I died. I'm gonna reload that save real quick, and then we'll swap the weapon again. Oh. What? Did the autosave really happen there? Fucking great autosave. So let's so this one, right? So personal lasers are in widespread, but the energy transfer takes some time. So energy weapons deal up to 250 times damage on consecutive hits, right? So that means that our damage on this Equinox should go from 6 to, what is that, like 18 if we like hit the shots consistently. Will we hit the shots consistency? Let's see. Let me pump up the damage. We're going to make it so that I deal very little damage and we'll keep the enemies on. Yeah, it is. Right, so. Okay, yeah, so that's working. That's working. Thank you, 15. Thank you. They're just, the big thing to me is like the adrenaline. The adrenaline one is like messing with me. There's what was actually that? What does the melee one do? Dueling melee weapons are more effective. Critical. All right, what's an evisceration? Let's see what an evisceration. Can I do them executions? Because if I can do the executions, that'd be kind of cool. Hello.
Best you can do?
Well, the thing is with like, I feel like Sinderian is one of those mod authors, like where he does like I'm not doubting that this isn't doing something, because like he did like the real fuel and stuff, which clearly does something. But I think the problem with something like this is if you're going to do some sort of a mod that adds like new abilities and stuff like suppression and like you know, increased damage depending on hits and adrenaline, there needs to be a way to relay to the player that those stats are working. You know what I mean? Like, I think because in the case of it, like in the case of it, like doing what it's doing. I'm gonna reload my other save, one where we were in. That has to be a bug. The way it's, I've never heard that before. That must be a mod bug. Let's go to the star station real quick and. Like, I have not seen any sort of effects that would let me know that I have buffed. Bethesda went the route. I tried doing Starvival and I found it very difficult, but I realized that that's kind of the point of the mod. 50 fucking kills is insane, by the way. Like, I want to swap over to PC, right? Because on PC I can test it a little bit better, but like even then, like you shouldn't have to do that. Like, this is one of those instances where, like, I want to reach out to Sindari and ask him, like, in layman's terms, like, explain to me, what is this mod doing? What am I looking for? But that doesn't seem like, that's not really fair, because, like, I don't do that with other mod authors. You know, like, I don't hit up fucking Gothos and ask him why his mod's shit. Not saying that, you know, this mod is shit. Oh. Like, I had high hopes for it. And, like, now, just not really. I don't really see the appeal.
Brothers, an offering for the great suffering.
New perks are the balance with that scaling. The enemy scaling is the main feature of the perk. Well, that may be fair, but like when all of the different perks have been changed, I feel like I mean, there's issues with this. This clearly wasn't tested. I know you said Kataquan. I apologize if I butchered that. Like, this perk here, gunfighting. Pistols are considered sidearms, but they're initiative, aiming, and flexibility. Build adrenaline by landing hip fire hits with a pistol, right? However, the challenge is killing enemies while aiming the pistols. So that's very counterintuitive. And that's just like, obviously, you know, like, I'm just noting that. Like, when you tested it, how did you know the perks were working? Like, like, it says in the description... See when you've triggered evasion, nerve punch, entanglement, or marking. How? What determines that? What are we specifically looking for? Because it could be like a thing where, like, I don't know if the mod author maybe didn't test it on Xbox, and maybe like that element is. You fucking go by ankles. Because if I remember correctly, right, adrenaline in Fallout was added in survival mode, I think primarily. And all it basically did was it increased your damage. Fuck. It just increased your damage. You just control the perks are very straightforward. Some of them are straightforward, some of them aren't. Like, what's adrenaline specifically? Like, build adrenaline by landing hipfire shots, right? So adrenaline is also tied to rifles because adrenaline buildup no longer... Like, does it specifically say in the description what adrenaline is? I see nothing here that mentions adrenaline. as an ability. Like it says builds up. He did not add an effect on the status menu. So I see like build and consume adrenaline with pistols to deal critical hits or slow time. That's fair. But what does that mean? Like, alright, look, I'll just start murking this guy, right? Like, I can see that there's a damage increase, right? So adrenaline's doing something. But hello, Fizz. We're checking out a combat overhaul mod by Sindarian, the guy who did, like, the real fuel stuff. Why are they fighting each other? In favor of Ascension. Look at Manticore, really. What I want is low, healthy on a level 200. I love the personal shield mod. Build around that. Well, this mod definitely tweaked me. I'm not as tanky. Oh, wait a minute. Am I tanky? Hold the fucking phone. Why am I... What? Why did I just gain a load of health? Does that... Wait, does that just level my health? Right, so we're on tactical, which tactical... smart dynamic scaling, smooth progression, tense immersive combat encounters, track gameplay... Yeah, originally I don't think I had that much health, weirdly. Players, realistic, symmetrical health pools. It's 300 credits, and honestly, some of the perks are pretty straightforward, some of them not so much. And I'm kind of confused, because it says that it's supposed to pop up little visual effects. But I see no visual effects. Obviously, I have the game set to I do very little damage, and the reason I have it set to very little damage is because I am trying to level up. I was trying to test the... It's like, why is he just standing there? Alright, he's looking at that. Like, if I refuse for things, the script should explain. It definitely should. It's like, look, I'll hit him once, do 49, 22, 24, 58, 49, 43... Why is the damage random? Has that always been the case? Again, I don't know if that's the mod specifically or... It's probably because I'm hitting limbs and is it this perk? Yeah, it's because I have fucking Furious. That's why. So that's not helping. So I don't even know if adrenaline. I'm gonna need to grab a pistol off someone. No, that scaling is not actually adrenaline at all. That scaling is my hitman, so I need to grab, please tell me you have a pistol somewhere. Fuck. Like, at the very least, it would be nice if it came with a README file. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now I have the first perk, which that should definitely... Enemies are marked when building adrenaline. Aiming a pistol drains adrenaline to increase... Can you explain to me what the fuck that means? Alright. Hello, Gary. We need to look for an enemy, and we need to shoot. Right, so here's a guy here. One, two. Oh, now he's marked. Okay. Don't understand. No problem, Fate. There's a wait. So the FX isn't a thing. So you get level. I don't think so. I think that. I'm assuming it's just that because gunfighting originally did mark targets, now it says enemies are marked when building adrenaline. Aiming a pistol drains adrenaline to increase your critical hit rate. But what does that mean in fucking layman's terms? We're gonna have to get a... I don't know what the fuck that means. Let's leave this place and grab some weapons. Yeah, the boost pack drained because I'm pretty sure I was hit by... I saw that too. I'm pretty sure that was because I was hit with an EM. We will go test that, though. I'm going to go grab a weapon. Very confusing. Where are you fishing, Phase? Like, some of them straightforward. Like, the enemy has an FX applied to them when you're building adrenaline, so that seems to be the visual cue. But I don't think it is, because the first perk tells you that... What the fuck? The first perk tells you that you build up adrenaline by landing hits, like precision hits. Like, what it sounds to me like, right, is there's a perk in Destiny that does something similar. Like, one of the examples of, like, I think of Destiny, like, is rapid hits, where basically, like, headshot damage... It could be that, Lee, to be honest with you. But still, I haven't seen any special effects, unless the red counts. But even then, that's nothing necessarily new. I mean, I do like the red outline instead of the original fucking one from the vanilla mod, or from the vanilla.
Over here. There's something we need to discuss.
Let's go to... I think the perk is being applied in level 1, but not the visual cue. It comes over to meaning you are building adrenaline, just not being told it until you fully... Yeah, but like even when you like do the adrenaline, which is a business perk, is it showing up the stats effect screen? That's how most of his passives are implemented. Brother, nothing showing up on the status effect screen. Like, keep in mind, right? I have fitness, which means I should be getting evasion when sprinting, right? Now, I am sprinting. And no worky. Nothing is there. There's no VFX. Did the mod author test this on Xbox? What console were you playing on? Kataquan, I apologize for butchering your name. It's confusing. And part of me doesn't want to review it because I feel like if I'm doing something wrong here, it would be unfair. But at the same time, selling a mod that isn't kind of doing what's intended is not really... I don't really like that idea. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be hard. Like, we have... Where's a minute? Where's this? Where's on it? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Like, hell, if you wanted to make evasion work, like, wouldn't the simplest way to make evasion work would be to... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? The fuck is it? Am I legally blind? Where's the one that protects you? Oh, this one. Like, one of the easiest ways to make evasion, like, work would basically be just summon something like that in front of the player. So when I'm sprinting, something like this pops up. That would... Thank you, Recfield. That would be a great way to let the person know that they're running they're running evasion. You could even maybe tune it to be a different color. However, I don't think that's the case. And I'm starting to think that none of these are going to pop up on Xbox, which is problematic. Many have tried to deprive me of my quantum essence, but I have denied them. Yeah, because I feel like at the very least I should be getting some sort of a, like, you know, like a VFX. Fair mod should be someone initiative. That's kind of how, like, I feel like my kind of thing is, like, you shouldn't have to, like, you should get instant gratification. Howie Anya, what's the crack, lady? I'm looking for a pistol, please.
I'm sure we can.
Like, honestly, just off the top of my head, right? One of the and this is just me spitballing here. The whole hip fire perk. I might actually have to get... I might get Doc to make it potentially just for the memes, see if he can do it. Just because he likes kind of doing them sort of things. Like, imagine if instead of hip fire marking targets, the vanilla perk, it made it so when you fire pistols hip fire, the rate of fire is like tripled. So you can imagine, like, you can spam fire. Now, obviously, that's not going to be super realistic in a lot of instances because reasons. I always found that, like, honestly, that targeting perk was fucking dog shit. More technical than the actual mechanics. It does kind of seem like that, John. Like, there's some of them are pretty straightforward, like, you know, like let me look real quick. What are the straightforward perks? Like the laser one where you basically... The other thing is, like, the wording of it is a bit weird, right? So, like, suppression, right? Hitting a human target with ballistic weapons applied suppression. But the problem is, right, is that wording somewhat makes sense to me. It, like, I get it. Because generally speaking, in warfare and stuff like that, shooting at somebody or shooting near them... Whoops. The bullets whizzing past their head is going to make them, you know, that works. However, efficiency, I don't know if efficiency makes sense. Honestly, an energy weapon deals up to that's just faster fire, or that's just not rapid hit. That's just furious but less powerful. Enemy weapons hold more charge. That's kind of cool. Energy weapons using standard ammo fire 2 shots per trigger pull. Reduce damage. That's kind of... Yeah, by reloading energy, frequently recharge a portion of the ammo spent. See, again, this doesn't really make sense because each weapon is going to be inherently different. Like, this one, again, kind of works because suppression is suppression. You can suppress someone with a pistol. You can suppress them with a fucking MG42. You know, but, like, efficiency on laser weapons are all very different. Like, the big laser sniper rifle, a lot more powerful than, let's say, the Eon, and not the Eon, the Solstice. The particle weapon is also a bit of a weird one too, which we'll check out in a second. I don't really mess too around much with Gorefield because I'd be kind of see, hipfire I'm pretty sure does give you like hipfire does give you very little. It like basically makes it so that your reticle's tiny. Like Bethesda, if you're ever going to attempt to kind of do something like this with like guns and stuff, and you're gonna play into, because I don't mind Bethesda's like weapons being jank if like the roleplay elements are there, but. Let me really quickly look. What's the other one, right? So we're here now. No, not that. All right. So what is particle? So particle, you gain a 5% hit chance with particle beam weapon per rank. So that means 20. Particles are effective at greater ranges. Particle beams have a chance to quantum entangle targets in space-time. Okay. That's okay. What does this one do? Crippling humanoid enemies if it prevents any chance to not naturally recover from a down states. Human enemies now can enter down states earlier. I don't think that does anything. What about that one? Ballistic weapons. It's even like the wording, like the reload one, right? Ranked, reload 5% faster in any weapon you're certified in. What does that mean? Like, I'm assuming it means perks in them, because they're called the certification. But then, like, to what extent? Like, level 1? Level 2? Level 3? Like, it's just, yeah. Let's see this now. We're gonna hip fire. Hello. Okay, that did 49 damage. Why am I losing health? You burning me also? I don't understand. What? Enemies are ranked. Aiming a pistol drains adrenaline. How do I know what my adrenaline is to fucking drain it? Also, good job, Crimson, buying the fucking one pistol that has flame ammo on it. 219. That how much damage? No, that wasn't. All right, let's. What is the suppression? We can level the suppression one more though. Can rarely cause jams. Suppression, stack, strip, damage resistance. To be honest with you, like the stripping damage resistance and staggering, more likely to stagger suppressed enemies. I would honestly prefer it just makes it so that I don't know. Like if you're gonna do suppression, right? Wouldn't the best way to do like suppression is like has each one has a chance of making enemies panic. You know the way enemies go into the state where they put their heads down and kind of panic? Like that should have been, I feel like that would have made more sense for suppression. Like I'm suppressing them to the point where they just like, I don't know, maybe the character just runs to cover and stays down and does not pop their head. I don't know. I can't tell if he's missing me or if he's just an idiot. What was the particle one, by the way? 5% critical chance. Wait. So this one is all about knife fighting, but at rank 3, you heal 20% on melee kills and 10% on point-blank gun kills. Eh? Killing a marked target drains some adrenaline to... My chat broken? Or is everybody gone radio silent? Hmm. Close that real quick and come back in. I don't know what is. Bum, ba-bum. Bum, ba-bum. Bum, ba-bum. Bum, ba-dum. Oh, my chat was bugged. My bad. I apologize, guys. I didn't realize. Give me a second. Well, on me. Yeah, because it like stopped it. All right, people are. Hello there, Tanatos. What is quantum? We can test that, but I think it just freezes them. I think it says it in the creation. It just freezes them. Particle beam, freezing enemies and pinning them for unique reactions. Don't want to pay for a headache. This mod is hard no for me. How's Skull and Bones going? Yeah, honestly, I think that I don't think it's not for me personally. Let's call it. Let's call this mod quits, and we'll check out some other stuff. That's a weird one because like I had a lot of high hopes for it, but overcomplication also with the fact that I don't even know if it fucking works on Xbox. Test your mods on X. You know, actually, just to actually prove a point, let me go to PC real quick, because if yes, that's the same mod as Real Fuel. I'm gonna go to PC very quickly, guys, and we will be back. I swear to baby Jesus, if this fucking like if it comes up on the HUD on PC, Kadira, you're gonna be on my shit list very briefly. I did, and I have played through it. 1 second, guys. Ba, 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 da. Ba, da, da, da. There was a couple of Overhaul mods I've checked out. There was one in particular that I thought was quite cool. If I can remember off the top of my head, was it like called Jupiter Overhaul? The main reason I liked it is it removed the tier system of like weapons, or the level system of weapons rather. Like straight off the bat when I was you know, Opa Gangnam styling, as they say. Like on Crete and like on, you know, like on Vectera, enemies had like breaches and like grenade launchers and stuff, which honestly was kind of cool. Like, I would definitely recommend something like that if you're... Hello? Dog, are you still there? Review NASA Punk. Hello there, Dong. I got a question for you, and I also for anybody. If you have a chair that, like, before you even say anything, Ash, fuck you. Like, where are you supposed to where is your armrest supposed to be? Like, are they supposed to be low enough that, you know, like that you don't naturally use them unless you reach? Or are they supposed to be... NASA Punk. I'm not sure if I reviewed NASA Punk. Off the top of my head, I feel like I probably didn't. Okay, because I may need to look at that. Dong, how are you? Because I had them like up quite like at the highest they could go, right? So like essentially like when I go to like rest, my shoulders aren't straight. They're kind of angled slightly. However, now I don't know if like that's a bad time or if it's a bad fuck you, Ace. I can't tell if like that's, you know, it's supposed to be. Bum, bum, bum. Let's reload this real quick. Yes. Now. At least now we'll be able to see if the perks... I swear to God, if it is a case, I'm going to be very, very saddened because I expected more from... Not saying that it is. It could be... You know, right, so we're in the game. Yay. Alright, I can't hear anything. Can you guys hear something? Why do I feel like I can't hear anything? Audio. There we go. There we go. Evasion. Evasion grants you a chance to dodge. Okay, cool. Alright. Alright. No. Alright, Speedster's not, like, helping. I do have some guns here, actually. Hold on now, that might be a better... Do we have... What guns do we... Bomb. Bomb. Oh, excuse me, bird. Please don't fly in my window. Bird, you're alright, you're alright. Heard fluttering noises. A fucking robin tried to come into my window. Alright, let me look. Right. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to use console commands to essentially... I'm going to use console commands to increase these perks. So what is this hipfire one? Okay, we need to spend a point. All right, so the gentleman, sorry, I apologize. The person's name I butchered earlier. That tested this mod. What perks showed up on the HUD, or not the HUD, the in-game? No, robins are really small. They're like very small birds. Blackbirds are big. They're like crows. Help. Gunfighting. I can't spell. That's a G still. Gunfighting for perk. Player dot add perk to C59 DA. Now we have all 4 perks. All right. That means certain user. Thanks, Kim. All right. But we're going to use Gary as a tester for this. Okay, so I have. Oh, it does slow down time. Very briefly. Very briefly, and I have no way. There's no adrenaline. There's no nothing. We're testing mods. I don't understand though. Like, what the fuck? Enemies marked with adrenaline. Aiming a pistol drains adrenaline to increase critical hit rate. Critical hit rate. As in critical hit rate? Draining adrenaline with pistols. This doesn't fucking make any sense. So, like, it's draining something. What is it draining? I have no fucking idea. It's supposed to increase my hit rate. But what is hit rate? Is hit rate your hit chance? Is it your hit damage? Critical hit rate. What the fuck is critical hit rate? Seems like adrenaline is just a slight buff to critical hit likelihood. It increases overall DPS. But if it's not something you're supposed to track, why the fuck is it inquired in certain mods? That's valid, but like, what the fuck? Like the other one too. rifle certification. Adrenaline buildup no longer causes... Like, I'm very confused. Like, when you double damage, is base game feature. It seems like adrenaline is just a slight buff to critical hit likelihood that increases overall DPS. It's not something you're supposed to track. But the problem is you have a perk tied to it, right? Like, build... I know I'm like... Course Crimson ends up going for the one perk that doesn't work the way it's, like, expecting. But, like, building adrenaline, right, by landing hipfire... But, like, nothing's happening. It's not increasing anything. I'm doing a static 10 damage to Gary every time. And then the slowdown. Obviously, the crit can happen. I don't really know. Let's try... Let me try the other one. So let's try the efficiency one. Let me reload that. No, actually, we're good for now. So efficiency is the laser one, right? Just want to see if fish. See, I think the mod author fucked himself over by not 590D by not having like HUD based stuff. I do genuinely believe particle is called what? It's just called particle beams. That's what it's called. Particle beams. Particle. Oh, shit. Okay, there's a lot of fucking... Which one is it? Fuck. Right, is it particle beams? The top one or the bottom? I'll have to check. 2, 1, B, 8, E, O. That was not the one. That was a different one. 271? 27 BAFD. Perfect, okay. So particle beams have a chance to quantum entanglement. Suppression is easier to see. It's when the enemy flinches. Again, that, in theory, that makes an awful lot of sense. In practicality, that doesn't always help, right? So we've got, where's the solstice? So this, okay. Did I grab the solstice? A laser pistol. I need the solstice. Right, so actually that's a bad idea trying that weapon because I have a feeling it might not work. Starlash. Okay, so this, realistically, honestly, Mona, I'm not fucking sure. So this should, now I should be firing. If it's correct, my damage should be increased up to, it should bump up to 250%. The weapon holds more ammo. It'll now fire 2 shots per pull, but reduce damage, and then reloading gives me back ammo. How are you, Mona? Okay. So it essentially adds 2 shot. You mean it adds a percentage back? It's like an overhaul mod to the weapon system. I'm very confused. What? Like, we're testing some of the weapons. It basically changed a lot of the weapon perks, Mona, to make them, like, to make the game feel more kind of immersive and kind of combat-y. Energy weapons hold when reloading energy weapons frequently recharge a portion of spent. Oh, that doesn't fucking help. Alright, so I'm gonna have to drop some of the ammo. What are we firing? Is it 160? Or is this 3 kV? 3 kV. Let me drop. Let me drop some 3 kV ammo just so I can actually. I've got 27,000. Let's drop. Right, so now we've got 1,000 ammo. Right, so let's see. It's gonna give me a preserve. It is paid. It's by a reputable mod author. Right, so I've got 1347. So it should go down by 21. Okay, that works. Okay, that's cool. So now, how much damage? This is supposed to do 22 damage per shot. So, I mean, this one works fine. This one works really fine. Let's try the Rune Longfang. I gotta be careful because I can accidentally kill him with this. Whoops. I don't remember my gun sounding like this. I don't remember this gun being that fast fire rate. What am I missing here? What did I just what have I done? Well, no, because it's supposed to stasis them. Alright, let me change that. No, because the doubling shot is only for laser weapons. Oh, is this a laser weapon or is it a particle weapon? Oh, no, it is. No, actually, you're correct. Why did I... Oh, that's not a particle. That's why the particle. God damn it. My bad, my bad. I always forget that that weapon is not... Right, let me grab an actual particle weapon. There we go. This one. Yeah, that's right. This one. Okay, so yeah, that... What is the chance? And why is it not fucking... See, particle beams frequently bypass enemy protection. That's kind of a bit of a cop-out. They have greater range. Does it need to have greater range, though? Like, particle's already fucking OP as it is. See, I think I've got the shotgun version, which is why. Yeah, I was expecting something a little bit... let me relaxing. Paying for papyrus scripting is nuts to me. Oh, that's a bit above my pay grade. What do you mean by that? Where is my relax for a minute? Where's my peace? Where's peace? Oh, Gary, can you, like, chill? Thank you, Gary. See, to be honest with you, I like a lot of Sindarian stuff. I think it's like really good, but much like the watch mod, that I don't really see the appeal of this. Why is this firing 2 shots? Why is this firing 2 shots? Am I missing something here? Like, he didn't even test for now whether this is a base game issue where the Varun particle rifle is supposedly actually well, they not really. Oh god, maybe potentially. But then that's weird because like if efficiency, if energy weapons can affect particle beams, why can't particle beams affect energy weapons? And why you know, like I'm not saying that there's not truth in that, but do they benefit from lasers in the base game? If it's counting as an energy weapon. Oh, that's true, actually, I can. So what was the base ammo on this? The base ammo on this is 36, so we should go down to 29 bullets. Okay, it does. So that's interesting. So yeah, so particle beams are energy, but not all energy weapons are particle beams. But again, that's a vanilla thing. I just don't know. I don't like. Where's this chance to quantum entangle targets in space time? Can we get that to work, please? When I made free mods, did Overhaul simply called using Pirate script for hidden quests and stuff you couldn't be charging for overhauls. I don't know if it's... I don't know. I think the biggest takeaway from this is that none of the perks seem to actually like there's VFX for them. Can we see the VFX? And like the only one I have seen is this one where when I shoot the pistol. Why is it not? I just... does it make combat harder? Gary is turning red. That's the only one I can see. Does it make it not... To be honest, not really. Also, why is... Hold on. Why is my... I have Furious, right? Which means each consecutive hit deals more damage. Why is that not... Furious not working? Oh, it's working on Mona. Is it working on Mona? No, it's not. What the fuck? Well, maybe it is. Is it working? I'm very confused. I don't know. And honestly, I'm probably not going to do a review on this because last time I reviewed Zendarian, again, I don't think it was Zendarian, but I reviewed his watch mod and it just didn't work the way I thought it would work, and that just caused people to talk shit about me. Like, it's just, I feel like this mod really needs some sort of UI tweaks to, like, allow you to see what's going on. Like, what does it say in the description? Let me just, before we jump on to other things, let me just, okay. Visuals. So, evasion, nerve punch, entanglement, or marking. Right? So we see marking. Marking works. That's not hard to do. Evasion, what is evasion? I don't see fucking shit. All I see is my game rendering worse because I'm moving fast, and that's not the mod. Hello there. What was the other one? What was the other one? The other one was nerve punch and entanglement. Quantum entanglement, nothing. What is nerve punch? Is that the EM one, maybe? Evasion, nullify. Yeah, it does nullify damage, but nerve punch. What the fuck is nerve punch? Is it this one? Consume half as much. See, the adrenaline shit. Like, it's not... Everything uses adrenaline. Gain max adrenaline when killing enemies with melee, right? Consume half as much adrenaline on crit hits. Look what Fizz said would be good. You could throw a free small overhaul mod together to go through it with you. The issue is the conflicts is the mess with the main core data. That's why certain mod overhauls use bubble. Easiest mod to make outside of kit bashing. I mean, I'm down for that. Anything to kind of teach me how to use mods, I'm definitely down for. Boxing. Wait, what is this? Was it this one? Switch to Neuro style. Dealing a critical hit can trigger Neuro Strike. Nerve Punch can be used effectively against... Honestly, I was saying it earlier, Paul. Wait, is this it? I'd rather not, just because I don't... I don't know. I just like, because if that was the case, I used to reach out to like mod authors and ask them questions and stuff, but like, you shouldn't have to do that, you know? I can maybe I'm just an idiot, which, you know, fair enough. What was the one? Hold on now. Nerve punch, nerve punch, nerve punch, nerve punch, nerve punch. Switch to Neuro style to gain the nerve punch ability, sometimes stunning enemies. Right, switch to Neuro style, nerve punch. Okay, so I can punch enemies. Right. Right, unarmed, so... Let's punch Mona a few times. I don't condone beating people. Switch to Neuro style to gain nerve punch. Deal EM damage. How the fuck do I do that? I don't understand. So I'm supposed to be doing EM damage here. On occasion. Is it a melee? No, there's only the Mona mod. And I went and tested it without any mods on. So apparently I'm supposed to... I need to deal EM damage with an unarmed attack, right? Can someone fucking explain to me how you do that? Does this require a different perk? I don't... like... the fuck? So... in order to get Neurostrike, I need to deal EM damage 50 times with unarmed attacks, right? Alright, just to... I don't know. Let me... Alright, hold on now. Give me a second. Alright, we'll test one more thing. I want one more. Maybe it has to be enemies, right? Which if that's valid, right? Let me grab the neuro thingy. We're gonna grab that. All right, so deal damage. And now unarmed fist. So now we've got fists. Tier 4 martial artist gives you neuro. No, tier 4 martial artist is just consume half as much adrenaline. See, the Techno Monk worked You know, it was a bit, you know, there was a lot of reading, but it definitely worked. I don't really know, Monk. Some of it's working, some of it really isn't. Yes, it's very hard to interpret it because that makes it like Switch 2 makes it seem like you're supposed to be able to like literally switch to it. Abandoned nameless scrapyard. Okay, good. Like, where's the UI stuff? Is it? It's yeah. The MSTs changes mustn't be hitting right, or explanation of mod not going through enough. The person that did some of the mod testing mentioned that before. Again, are you still there, Mr. Person? Can you? I probably asked this already, but can you confirm? Did it like ever show stuff? But even then, like, I'm sorry, Justin. Like, you shouldn't have to. Like, imagine if, like, people, and don't get me wrong, right? Don't get me wrong. There's probably a lot of games out there that are, like, you need to understand, like, fucking trigonometry and stuff. But I feel like with a paid mod, like, my take has always been, like, you should instantly understand what the mod's doing.
You have no idea what you're up.
That's not even EM. That's just me knocking them back with the armor.
This isn't happening.
It doesn't work. It doesn't fucking work. Unless the chance to do the neural strike is really fucking low. Alright, let me just, to be fair, just so my armor's not fucking up, I'm taking off everything. So they can't knock back. Come on, EM. EM.
More fire on him! I'm moving! Fire!
Like, am I missing something? Switch between neural style and boxing time anytime without menus. What is... Wait a minute. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. 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 It works now. It works. However... Right. Right. Hold on now. Creation. Does it specifically say that? Neurostrike deals scaling damage. Switch between neuro style and boxing style anytime without menus. So you have to basically, like, unarmed. You have to swap between unarmed. Like, I'm not gonna claim my reading comprehension is amazing. Does it fucking say that? No, it doesn't say that.
Show some hustle!
Oh, did I not? Switch to boxing, switch to neuro style. Brother, you can put a pop-up, you telling me it can put a pop-up on the screen telling me things? Could it not specifically tell me? There's stuff in the help menu? Oh my god. Encumbrance. The heavier your suit is, the more encumbered you would be. Certification is any type of weapon. You lack the certification for it. Damage is dealt. Okay. Defenses. Okay. Deflection. Okay. Deflection is calculated separately. Okay. Evasion. Gaining evasion grants a chance to dodge most range attack. The most common source of evasion is from sprinting. Okay. HP scaling. That's interesting. Okay. Melee. Equip the unarmed to swap to fists. You can switch between unarmed styles by using the item twice in a row. All the neuro style, the damn. Okay, ranged. Suppressive fire does accuracy. But see. Hello there. How goes it? I'm just reading something, bear with me. Okay, so it mentions evasion and it mentions deflection. Alright, it mentions adrenaline can be built up and discharged to trigger various special effects. With dueling, adrenaline increases hit chance. Gun, critical. I mean, I still don't like. What is the? I mean, in all honesty, did it say that in the menu log? Did it actually say that? Go to the help, because that would have been definitely. Is there a help section? Does he always put stuff on the help menu? That is fair, but not everyone is aware of the mod author doing that. I mean, I didn't know that. I don't know. Like, I kind of see what it's trying to do, but it's just like you telling me, like, here's the thing, right? I'm gonna make a statement, and that statement might be, it's not meant to be, you know, like it's not meant to be an insulting statement necessarily. However, when it says here in the description, right, it says critical information is conveyed visually where possible. See when you've triggered evasion, nerve punch, or entanglement, or marking with custom VFX. The only VFX I've seen is marking. Nerve punch, I don't know if I've seen, but we'll look in a minute. I definitely have not seen evasion or entanglement. Like, I get that, like, the mod author wants to keep people, you know, like, from using the no HUD, but, like, you can pop up it saying is using neural style. Would it be that hard to, like, pop up that it's using other things? Let me punch these guys. Does it only last a minute? Right, we're in neuro style. Oh, Mona, stop executing people! You know, it makes your hands blue. It only makes your hand blue temporarily. So every hit has a chance to do EM damage. I don't know. Yeah, no, we're gonna jump back over to Xbox very quickly, and I'm gonna check out some other stuff. I probably won't do a review of that because I don't really like the mod, and knowing my luck, what'll happen is if I do a review and I give my honest opinion on it, how, like, I don't think it's, you know, I don't want to have another instance of mod authors berating me in a Bethesda Discord for like an hour and a half. You know, it's not, again, not that I'm not saying Sindarian has never, to my knowledge, Sindarian has, like, never said anything negative about me. However, when I reviewed his watch mod, a lot of people, including a very prolific verified creator, mocked me because they didn't think my review was thorough, which is fucking hilarious. Maybe make your mods don't fucking break, you shit cunt. Sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated because, like, I wanted to like that, honestly. But they're not the person that bullied me, though. That's the distinction. Not to mention, like, me looking at them mods, like how that was kind of playing out there now. Like, I don't know. It's clear that some things work, but then, like, is the gentleman that, sorry, I apologize, Katakwan, you're in his Discord. Would you mind asking him to jump into the stream very briefly if he's available so I can ask him questions? Because again, one of the things I always recommend, and a lot of mod authors have said the same to me when I'm reviewing their mod, it's good to be there. Now obviously he had no way of necessarily knowing that, but still. Because I would like to know what the fuck is with the because the thing that like, the thing that kind of confuses me the most is, like, the emphasis on the, like, special effects. You know what I mean? That's not... It doesn't, like... It just doesn't make sense, if that makes sense. Boom, boom. I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna do an overhaul mod that overhauls the weapons and stuff, and you're gonna like add new kind of abilities, they have to be built into the UI. It has to be. I have to be able to see what's going on. Like, can you imagine like Destiny, if like you just had to guess with perks? Like, I don't know if Outlaw is at level 2 or not. I forgot how many headshots I got. Thank you. Again, I don't normally do stuff like that. I think it's fair, I suppose, if they're jumping into a stream as opposed to, you know, me going out of my way, because I shouldn't have to. Because if I was just a generic gentleman, enjoying mods and stuff, there's no way you'd be... Well, you might be able to reach. I don't know. The guy, again, he makes good stuff. Let's, what's that new... What was that new mod called? Spaceship Plus? Spaceship... Ba-da-da-da-da. That is not it. Oh, there we go. Spaceship Plus. Nice. This, there's a lot to say about this, but along with descriptions, are not going to convey the feeling. Dynamically wear and tear your ship as you fly. Irrecoverable damage. Possible grav drive destruction. A unique fast travel cruise mode hybrid that dynamically adjusts to your level. This is free Mona yet. I just finally jumped on. Which Comet Overhaul did you review? I reviewed the new Sindarian one, and honestly, I don't really... yeah, I don't know about it. Personally, I'm not really sure on it myself. Alright, let's load the... I will have that mod still on, just on the off chance. Ba-da-da-da-da. Let's go. See you later. Have a good one. He declined? That's a weird one. Did he explain why? I'm not going to grill the gentleman. I was just going to ask him questions. That's a bit, you know. Yeah, no, I seen that air illusionist. That is very good information. Either Simon Cowell of Starfield mods. I try not to be, because Simon Cowell's a bit of a douchebag. I hope that he didn't like think I was like trying to be like demanding in a sense of come here and explain it. It was just more so like I would like fuck off. What? I would have just liked to understand like what the kind of the premise. Oh no, there wouldn't be no exploits. Why do I have no sound? Do I have sound? There wouldn't be any exploits because I like a lot of his mods. I think I've only yeah, don't do Louis Walsh. Mm-hmm. All right, so now I'm kind of curious. No, that's fair, and again, that's not on. Thank you for conveying that. Yeah. Honestly, that's not necessarily a great look when a mod author isn't willing to come into a stream and, like, give me some insight on how the fucking mod works. He could be. He definitely could be. And he is under no obligation to come in here. I just want to clarify that. I don't expect anybody to do anything, especially at the drop of the hat with time zones and stuff. However, I still don't understand the fucking mod. Alright, so what does this do? Creations. Bum, bum, bum. Alright. Integration of the repair system. Optional heat leach, optional hull breaches, optional hull integrity, optional crew assigned to your ship can be sucked out of the breach and die? What the fuck? Whoa, holy fuck me with a spoon. Alright, so what do we got here? Dynamic wear and tear of your ship. Irrecoverable damage, possible grav drive destruction. Unique fast travel, cruise, hybrid system that dynamically adjusts to your damage level, insane levels of immersion here. What does that mean? Sorry, ship storage system. That's really the core of it. You see, when your grav drive dries, you can't leave the solar system. You are stuck. Without cruise mode, nothing would work, not even landing on a planet. But with cruise mode, fast travel can be disabled all at once and your ship won't care. So yeah, and a severely crippled ship may be stuck to one solar system. Cruise mode allows you to fly from planet to planet, moon to moon. Well, why didn't you just... Wait, didn't you just point out the fast travel is blocked? Why can't you land your ship? I did say that because I developed one of a kind... A landing locks, or why are there so many gameplays? Some people moan. I mean, I like a lot of settings. It's not punishment, it's grounded. Alright. Alright. Who is that, Rory? Alright, see you later, Illusions. Have a good one. Enable plus, enable it. Ship service variable fee, enable of it. Departure requests. This is a purely role play. When enabled, it will cause your ship to become invisible upon landing and leaving the ship. To retrieve your ship, you must request departure clearance. That's kind of cool. Your ship is in storage. You can't fast travel. You're in a city anyways. You don't fast travel. That's actually quite cool. Landing and docking fees. When enabled, a small fee will be paid to the faction owning the facility. It will be a landing pad or space station, including faction requests reduced it. Okay, that's kind of cool. Docking clearance required when disabled the base game. Okay, so when enabled, you will have to hail the space station in order to dock with them. I like that. That's kind of cool. Cruise mode also exits map. When this setting is enabled, when cruise mode ends, either because you triggered it to end or if you reach destination, if you're not in combat and you're in orbit, the map will automatically open. Distress call. This check determines how much it will cost to be transported to Keel in the case you are stranded in space. What? I can call people? Which mod author, Rory? We're talking about two. Heat leeches are enabled. Hull breaches are simulated. When setting is at simulated, it pretends you have a hull breach. Gravity and atmo on the ship will not be affected. It'll still require ship service repair. When the setting is enabled, the atmosphere in your ship will vent. If you're in space, so for 0G inside the ship and lack of oxygen. If you land on a planet, the inside of the ship. Okay. What is realistic to? What does that mean? Okay. Hull breach, 100% chance. Hull breach crew loss. This will not target Constellation members. Hull breach integrity system. When this is enabled for hull breach, you're given 5 moves, 5 ship actions that you can take before complete structural. Hello there, Paul. Fuel rupture chance. We'll set that to moderate. Fuel rupture refilling. Jesus fucking Christ. Allow repair EVAs enabled. EVA repair spot. I can tell you that an off spot is perfect for. Wait, what? Since there is no possible way outside of Divinity that I can know your ship configuration or length, I have created this game setting which allows you to tune. The default is no offset. For example, I can tell you that a -1 offset is perfect for an unmodified raise or crest for context. 10 if your ship is 60 to 80 meters. Okay, we'll put it to like 8. Vasco repair. Can I ask if okay, Vasco can mod sound effects when the check is enabled specific. Oh, cool. Me space. Okay. God damn. All right, so.
Fine. You know what, Robin?
No.
Yeah. Nice talking to you too.
So like, what do we do? Like a grab jump, and hope to God like nothing happens. Let's just keep jumping between systems. Oh, wait, he said what? So, okay, Rory, can you explain? So what feedback specifically? Feedback in general or stuff I said? Because, like, and obviously, nobody has to change a mod because I don't like it. That would be very, you know. But I feel like it's, yeah. Right, so. All right, so let's grab drive somewhere. Like, how does it? Go to Jafar. Like, I just want to clarify. I have nothing against Sundarian. I know I made that reference there, but that was just the agitation I got, and the reason I was hesitant was because a completely separate mod author. And nothing to do with Sundarian, a completely separate mod author and some like wannabe Starfield YouTuber. I say wannabe, which is kind of ironic because when Crimson Flyboy, who is a wannabe YouTuber, is calling you a wannabe YouTuber, that's the big insult. Because these people were basically mocking my review of Sundarian's watch mod. And basically, like, was kind of saying that I did a really piss poor job of it, and like how that my reviews and stuff can like negatively impact people, like when they're buying stuff, which I do realize that. I realize that my videos are going to. That's why I try to be as fair as possible. That's partially why I probably won't do a review of this mod. Not necessarily that I think there's anything wrong with it, but just I don't want people, you know. Oh, okay, fair enough, Rory, fair enough. Yeah, so there was nothing against Sundarian. I like the dude, I really like. I think his fucking mods are awesome. It's just another mod author, you know, just being a kind of a, as we say in the British land, a wet wipe. Like, do I have to get in combat for, like, my ship to shit the bed? Because the other thing, too, is I will say, I know I joke about sometimes not being clever enough. But like, I never thought to look in the help menu. And is that the fucking, oh, for fuck's sake, the one place I jumped to test something? Which, very nice that obviously it has that in the help menu. Fuck off, Ace. I just feel like if I put my shoes in someone else who bought, and it's the same. I always say that with every mod. Like, I remember when I reviewed Mad Monkeys, Forgotten Frontiers 1, like, I wanted to like that mod, and I thought it was a really cool mod. I mean, valid, Dutchy. To be honest with you, I forgot about that menu. But like, I really wanted to like the Forgotten Frontier ones, but the problem was the spawn rate of it was, I spent like 2.5 fucking hours trying to find them. You know what I mean? And like, I don't like that. It's the same. I remember when I reviewed one of the Caracol mods, the one where you have to go hunting down like badges from like dead rangers, like random mods that are like random procedural generated bullshit, and mods where you can't see. I'm not a fan of that. Now, everyone else might be. It now does, which very fucking nice, because again, and that's always something I will say. If you're ever making a mod and like you're kind of making random POIs in mods, maybe have set locations for them as well so that players can go and check them out, you know? Why is my ship not breaking down? What if I ram something? Let me take my shields down. And I do agree, Mona. Now, I will say, not everyone there is people out there that like the super immersive kind of have to read a lot of dialogue mods, and I get that. I understand that. I'm probably not the, you know, the forefront of that. Right, grav jumping? Okay, let me try grav jumping now. I realize that, like, I'm not going to necessarily be the, you know, I'm not going to be the targeted audience. Like, when I reviewed their cost of spacing mod, that was way above my head, but I still thought it was quite cool. You know? But yeah, just to clarify, no animosity towards Sindarian. He's a very cool guy. You see, you need to cater to people like Mona and also my girlfriend, although she wouldn't play this game, where like they have ADHD, so if like they can't get their shit immediately, it's a 0 to 10. Also, you need to make things very clear so that someone like Crimson can't accidentally be like, oh, what do you mean, there's a help menu? So is this a combat? I watched the video you sent me of this, Paul. Is this primarily like a combat thing? Like, do I have to get in combat for like shit to break? Why do good girls like bad guys? Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Haven't hit that low to play. Fuck off. I think it's a survival. That's what I mean. I assumed like just shit would randomly break. But so far my luck has been amazing. Let me crank everything up to like very bad. Fuel tank rupture chance high. Hull breach chance. When you sit in the pod seat or navigate your map, this mod will look at your current ship health. It will tell you functioning breach pod. 100% chance on by default. However, okay. Right, so my hull is a bit fucked. Alright, so I think it's safe to assume we've probably taken a hull breach. I will say, if you ever are in space, guys, it's good to have a significant other that has a large derriere so you can plug the hole very easily. Just make sure to make sure you position them like head facing in so they can still breathe. Read the fucking oh my god, yes. Yes, the read the manual is very valid. Alright, Crimson is flying. I think you have to be at 23% health. Right, let me ram something. Fuck off. Not you guys. Help step, bro, I'm stuck. Fuck. No, but okay. I do wonder would that work, because like in real life, you know, you can plug a Michael, I don't know if Michael's here. I don't think he is. Like if you have a hole in the boat and Fizz would know too, you put your finger to plug the hole, right? In space, what would happen? Like I'm assuming your fucking finger would get completely obliterated. Also, Prof, if you're still there, and if it is something that is in your ability to do, if you were, let's say, for instance, if you, like, made a mod, right? I can't tell if you're being serious or not, Amona. If you ever were to make, like, a paid mod that basically implemented a kind of a system similar to Destiny with, like, buffs and stuff. So, like, let's say, you know, like, the legendary perks. Like, basically, if it added the if you added all of the legendary perks and stats as like visual items on the HUD, that would be, you know, a great way to make some money. Again, I don't know how, I know you were saying wouldn't be an easy thing to do. 1 bar pressure in a ship. But exposure to the colder heat isn't great for the body, so maybe, I mean, that's valid. Oh, why am I, did I, come on. Why am I going backwards? I knocked it off course. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Da, 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 da. If you had a hole inside a pressurized spacecraft, the decompression would tear your finger apart. Nah, I don't know. You haven't seen my fingers. They're pretty fucking sturdy. Oh. The Irish Defence Force is like looking for aircraft mechanics. I'm really tempted to like ring them and tell them that I've worked on a lot of aircraft, such as the Discovery and the Frontier. But like, would that be illegal? Would I get in trouble? We currently have crew. We currently have Mona. Mona's engaged to the ship. Honestly, when it comes to HUD things, I try not to touch the main HUD file because there are a lot of really liked HUD mods, and it would make. I mean, that is valid. However, most of the HUD. I mean, that is fair. Most of the HUD mods, like by HUD mods, you mean like, is there any HUD mods on Xbox and creations? I know there's like Praxis UI. How powerful is my ship? I did try to run the mod. It worked somewhat. Oh, if Mona would die, she's invincible except for colds. That's valid. Also, I can't tell if these are like far away or not. Is there a bunch of them? I haven't looked them up. I've never actually fiddled with them. There was like what was it? I remember there was like some cool Fallout ones which I liked. Where like that was surprisingly, wasn't that actually like. When I did a review of the Watch, there was like a free Watch mod that was really fucking cool. It was buggy for me too, Weirs. And like, it was, the mod author did a really good job of it. But one of the things I said would be kind of cool with the Watch and stuff is you press the Watch to see your HUD. And I think I like recommended something similar. So a mod that cleans up the ship HUD, but it remove the ability to go into cruise mode. Oh, that's a bit, yeah. It would end up with me basically implementing a ton of features from all them configured. Just yeah, that's understandable. That's understandable. Plus, you don't have like a million minions that are like willing to like spend their time doing unpaid work, you know. All right, so can someone explain to me how the fuck is a fucking. How is it outrunning me? I'm in a spaceship. Am I hitting it, or like, is it actually outrunning me? All right, so I've never seen that symbol before. So let's see what happens when I grab jump and I work. Yeah, fair. We need to do prof, right? You need to work freelance for an Indian studio, and then Bethesda will probably hit you up and make content for Starfield, and you can get paid very briefly, and then they're going to get rid of you again. Again, that's not me dissing the Indian studio, by the way. Fair play to them. It seems like they made most of the fucking shit parts for the Vase game. More so the fact that Bethesda fucking outsources everything. Like, what the fuck? Wet thumbs. Come on, scrape it, yeah. Scrape, yeah, there we go. There we go. Your hull has been breached. Oh, shit! One of your propulsion systems is damaged beyond use, or if you experience, you will rely on your ship propulsion to move around via cruise mode. All fast travel is disabled, so you can't jump. Oh god, when you enter the orbit of the planet, you'll become landing locked. Oh shit! Oh shit! Fuck me, we're breaching! Oh god! What are we doing? How do we close the fucking breaches? There's fucking hull breaches, hold on! Oh god! Where's the breaches? Do I have to be outside to... What does a breach look like? Yeah, the window survived. Am I supposed to leave the ship? Do I have like a... Is there like a thing here? You know, so... Alright. Yes, I'm well aware we've got fucking hull breaches. Give me a moment. I'm looking for them. Also, technically speaking, if the doors are sealed, shouldn't these, like... See, this is what I would fucking love. If we could get, like, explosive decompression actually, like, working. Like, imagine you, like, open the door and you just get... Zoop, like Mona sucking up a fucking what's-it. Oh, do I go outside? No? Fuck. What airlock? Am I doing this arseways? Oh, so don't worry. The floating lights are a Bethesda bug. They'll fix it one day. I suppose I got my, Does it go over here? What am I supposed to do? I thought you're supposed to, like, sit down? EVA? Oh, there we go. Send distress call, 0G piloting. 0G piloting. Okay. Alright, so we're still flying. Alright, landing is locked to Ganubu. Okay, like, how do we... Let me get out of my chair. What does that mean? How do I... Okay, so I can send a distress call or 0G piloting. Can I not repair it myself? It said there was 5, right? Sit. Distress call. Help! Help! Help me! I only have... Oh shit, someone appeared! Fuck. Hold on, I can't hear you. Speak again? Ah, shit, hold on. Hold the phone, I gotta sit the fuck down. Hello there. Rescue ship. My ship's adrift. I need transport to a spaceport. Money talks. The fuck you mean money talks? Fuck it. Take me to fucking Cheyenne, you asshole.
Welcome to Freestar Space. We're gonna do a quick scan for...
Alright, my ship is still fucked. We still have breaching.
Alright, you're good.
Alright, so you tugged me to a fucking port but didn't fix me? In the video, you could check a console. Oh, ship up? No, that's not it. Alright, what console are we looking for? Cargo hold? No. Captain's locker? No. The chair? No. How do we fix the hull breaches? I don't understand. Is there no way to fix hull breaches? Like, are they somewhere inside the ship? Hooks to the existing terminal. That would be the engine. That's valid. Let me look for that. That's here, right? This is my engineering. Oh, can I land that? Alright, okay, I don't... Like, it's telling me there's 5 hull breaches, but, like, where the fuck are they? Alright, let's, like, try and land. It'd be kind of funny if, like, landing with, like, with issues on the ship. Right, we're gonna 0G piloting. Yeah, because he did it from in the video I seen, he did it in the chair. Landing is locked to Aquila. Alright, that's cool. Where's Aquila? Alright, can I, like, open planetary map? Alright, so we're gonna land at Aquila City. That there. Thank you. Are we coming in? Oh, the scanner would have... That's not a bad idea. See, how do you get out of the chair? All right, we landed. Landing. When you have a departure request, okay, so the departure request. My ship is there. There's still breaches, right? How the fuck do I fix the breaches? Oh, there's a... No, that's not a breach. I got excited for a second, but that's not a breach. That's the HAB just fucking working. Ask Vasco. Do I look like I have Vasco on my ship?
Hey, come on.
Ship moved to hangar. Oh, okay, fair enough. Just kicked Mona out. Yo, hello, I broke it.
Anything I can help
How are
you
you? Yeah, can you fix my ship?
with? Okay, sure. We'll take care of any.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to request departure. I'm...
Can I get an invoice?
Alright, nice. Okay, let's...
I'd be out here chasing you down if it wasn't important.
Alright, so that was interesting. Let's try and break our grab drive this time. Let me load a save. Where was it? Autosave, what was that? That was 39. Okay, that's that one there. I don't have anything against Vasco. I just don't have anything. Yeah, fuck it. My ship matters more. Alright, so we're gonna damage the... Hold on, what is it? Does this also have... Is there also stuff in the help menu? No. Alright, let me go to my settings and let's scroll down so that everything works the way it should. Alright, okay. How do I, like, how does it work? When this is turned on, the mod is able to go about its task. Every control in this mod is contingent upon one being enabled, right? But how do I... Tank rupture chance high. Allow EVAs. When your thrusters are completely destroyed, your HE tank's been ruptured. Having this label, okay. So is it just like a random? Right, so if I like bash my fucking engines, let me do a handstand. That's kind of crazy. You can like push the asteroids away. All right, let's just scrape off that for a minute. Hold the phone. We need to Starfield creations. Let me check Starfield creations very quickly. Because I seen that the ZSW gentleman has updated one of his mods, or he added a new mod. Let me see. Recently added, okay. That's Right, so Gore added a new mod called EVA Patches. Got a question. Does anybody here know? Is anybody here able to reach out to the Go-Array gentleman? He's the guy who made the floating modules and the airlocks mod and like the ZSW Tartarus. If you're able to reach out to them, can you tell him to put floating modules on a PlayStation, please? I really like that mod. Also, that was the one that also added Gilliburn mods. Come on, yeah. Yeah, you just gotta. Nope. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I needed to use the spacewalk, but it didn't work. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da. But yeah. You know, it's an what is that meme? Asteroid wrangling, you know, it's an honest job or something. Even my dog's looking at me like, the fuck are you doing? Alright, that should be enough, right? Now we just jump somewhere. My chat broke again, or are we all good? Alright, I didn't break that time. Oh, can I hit something? Meow.
Hailing unknown vessel. Colonists here in distress.
Listen, lady, I am also trying to be in distress. Let me the fuck alone. Oh, good.
Good look out there.
Yeah, good look out there to you too, lady. Whee! Alright, so my hull is still not. Honestly, actually, hold on. The best way to do this, I wasn't thinking correct. The best way to do this would be to go to, where do we go? Go to Narian, potentially. And then go to the Stroud-Eklund Star Yard. I can just bump into it easier to, like, get myself to one shot. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Later, boys. Oh, docking. You're approaching. In order to dock, you must hail the station. Once clearance, docking distance. See, it'd be kind of cool because so you hail.
If you're looking for the cutting edge of starship design, you've arrived. Welcome to Stroud-Eklund.
Okay, that's quite cool. Someone did an airlock mod. It'd be kind of cool if like if you didn't request docking, you could get like a fine if you came too close. Oh, your hull has been breached. Oh Jesus, okay. One of your propulsion system is damaged, or if you experience, you will need to rely on your ship's propulsion from planet to planet. All fast travel is disabled. You're forced to rely on cruise mode, which, come on, that makes it immersively cool. When you enter orbit of a planet, you will become landlocked, which means fast travel is unlocked. You need to be lucky enough to find ship parts you need to produce from repairs if it's damaged. How do I? There's 5 I think it's safe to say we just died. Your propulsion system is damaged. You have a few options to remedy it. You can get in your pilot seat when looking at it. You can land. Oh, am I dead? Oh yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, that was dead. Okay, let's attempt that again. Good job, Crimson. All right, so we need to damage our propulsion system. I think what happened is it kicked me out, but it continued like ramming the ship, which honestly, that's kind of impressive because to my knowledge, when a ship's not in flight, I don't think it usually can't be killed. To be fair, with a mod like this, I feel like you need to write an awful lot just to kind of so everyone understands it. All right, your hull is being breached. Okay. Thank you. There's 5 breaches. All right. So now we'll go back to 0G piloting. And we need to do a little bit more damage. So I don't know if, like, hull breaching is just the first phase of the issue, or if, like... Right. Is it, like, random? I did get the EVA thing, but then I died. So I can repair it with... 1 second. Let me... Yeah, I do agree to an extent. I like the idea of hailing. I think it's pretty cool. Right, so I can repair the ship with... No, I can't. Okay, let me... So I think it's like a random chance. So... Reload the autosave, and let's try it again. So we need to, like, do enough damage. I wonder if I reverse him with my thrusters. I think you can, but I don't think... I didn't know that was a thing, Board Boy, to be completely honest with you. Anytime I've ever gotten out of my seat, like, mid-combat, you... Well, actually, maybe... It's been a while since I've actually done that. Right, so, like, my thruster has to be damaged, I'm guessing. Ideally, I need to YOLO myself at something, keeping the momentum going, and then spin. Problem with spinning is I can't fucking see where I'm going. Oh, yeah, no, we're gonna miss. No, 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 no! Oh, look, they're making a ship. Hull has been... Yeah, my hull has been breached. Okay, cool. That's cool. Now, like... Do I have ship parts on me? I don't think so. No, I don't. Do I have it in the ship? Or is it on the ship parts? So the breaches, right? Let me do this. That's a good idea with the scanner. Let me see if I can find the breaches. Do I have to, like, have the tool? I can go to my landing bay, but I don't think so. Gary's just chilling down here. Yeah, so I got nothing, no prompts here. Gary chilling. See, why is it... It's telling me about the breaches, but, like... Go to the airlock. Which airlock, specifically? Because that was where the airlock was. There's also this here, but... My docker does nothing. Mission log. Nothing. Evasion. Oh, fuck. Right, so if I do the zero-G piloting, is it... Like, the EVA thing did pop up very briefly. Hit it again. Gently. Gently. The grab drive is destroyed. Right. 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 Well, see. Oh, Jesus Christ. The breaches are visible. You should have an option in the cockpit for EVA on the ship safe. Alright, let me check that out. Maybe if you zero-G pilot. But no, because if I click zero-G piloting, nothing really happens. Option for EVA. Ship safe. Let me check the ship safe. Ya-ta-ta, ya-ta-ta. Gently. We're YOLOing at it. I don't really know what way we're going. Do it? No. Fucking missed. The grab dives are like kind of fucked though. Just rub my engines off it like a... Your hull has been breached. Yes, thank you. Okay. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. Right, I don't... Nothing there. Nothing there. What was that? That's the armillary. What the fuck? Where'd the armillary screen go? What the fuck? Why is the armillary gone? That's a bug. Any terminals here that weren't there before? I do zero-G piloting. Zero-G piloting doesn't really do anything. How did I... Alright, thank you for telling me my engines are offline. See, I know he uses like a tool to repair, like the arc welder, but I don't really know if... Right, I need to like eat myself at this. The problem is I need to like spin. Ba-ba-bum. Right, so I'm gonna get really close and then spin. Okay, so now we just do a 180. The problem is I don't really know how far away I am from it. Oh, no, no, no. You just keep reversing into it, maybe? All right, gently. Gently does it. Spin. That should work, right? Come on. Yeah, nope. Oh, that's not. Hello there, Russell. How goes it? My grab drive's taking damage when I like rummage off things, but like it's not doing kind of... I just want a fucking EVA game. Let me EVA. Also, that's kind of interesting with the where's the star station? There you go. Like kind of interesting the way that works. Like you ram it and like you kind of push it away, but like it doesn't like technically move that far away from you. Oh, let me take pips out of the engine. Would that solve it? Oh no, that wouldn't solve it either. No, that wouldn't. We're slow as slowness. Come on. Come on. Come on. Closer. Closer. I'm gonna thread the needle because I'm a professional pilot. Gently. Gently. And hit my ass. No, 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 my ass. No, 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 no. Alright, we're just spinning. I mean, you don't need to apologize to me. Your money, you can do what you want. Come on. Oh, okay. Okay. Right, the breach. Right, well, see, the problem there is that the engine seemed to blow up almost immediately. I don't really understand what's like... I'm very confused. I agree. Where do I go in reverse? I don't even think I go fast enough to collide. Oh, I do. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I don't go fast enough to collide. We do something, please. Right, yeah, the hull has been breached. Thank you. Okay, yeah, but I don't care about the hull breach specifically. I care about being able to do something. Alright, let me, I don't, to be honest with you, I don't really know what, like, oh, it's telling about the EVA, but it's a bit late telling about the fucking EVA when I'm dead. Let me go to settings. Maybe if I remove the hull breach. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe the hull breach is the problem. Hull breach. Hull breach chance. Okay, we're going to turn off hull breach, right? So hull breach is off, okay? So now it shouldn't be hull breach. It should be... I'm wondering is it like running a kind of a script where it checks every so often? Don't, like, to be honest with you, I don't really know what I could do to trigger the super cruising, maybe? Let me super cruise. Let me exit cruise. It's supposed to, like, let you kind of repair your ship and stuff in EVA. However, it doesn't seem to want to do that. was this kind of impressive how I was able to... How, like... How... Oh, the breaches isn't the number of breaches. The button will not appear anymore, apparently, because of an update. Do you think I should swap ships? Well, no, it was popping up. The breach thing, I think I was reading it wrong. The breaches doesn't mean you've got 5 breaches. It means you've got 5 ship-based maneuvers before your game shits the bed. For conducting limited EVA... So in order, the only way it would work, it seems, is if I did enough damage. Right, let me go grab the frontier. Do I have a save right? Where's the save right? Was it Jameson landing area? When was this? Let's go check that. Be back in 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna go dug outside. I'm gonna put this on this while I go AFK. And I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. Alright, let's try the frontier. Bum, 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 bum. Alright. They quickly put down a ship landing pad. Mother overlaps the player. There we go. Cool. Alright. Modify ship. We got the frontier. Okay, cool. So now we have to. Alright, see you later, Rory. Have a good one. I don't. There's the star yard here. We'll go over to this star yard. The Vosh. See how it works. Alright, so we'll take our shields off. See, I feel like more than likely, I've actually set up things. More than likely, I feel like this is, I don't know. It seems like, yeah, smaller ship, just to see, but my assumption is that all of this stuff, so it's enabled, variable fees, yeah, how far can I go up? 1,000, partial request, we're basically going to turn it all on. Heat leech infestation. Enables a chance to randomly spawn a heat leech. You need to kill them. 10% chance. Hull breach. So hull breach we don't want to do because hull breach is always prepare before you disable the function for happening via this. Okay, hold on now. We first use cruise mode to get around. Disabling this check once a hull breach is in place will not remove it. Okay, but how do you repair it? When shit hits the fan. Right, when shit hits the fan, check the captain's locker. Okay, so we're going to enable hull breaches and we're going to do realistic. Hull breach has a 25% chance of losing crew. Integrity settings. Okay, hold on now. Not that one. Rupture chance low. Allow EVA. No offset. -1 is perfect for the razor. Okay. Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna ram stuff. See, because my assumption is the way it your grav drive has to be fully broken before it works. Arc welder on the exit. You should get a quest marker now. Interesting. Alright, that was working very briefly until I accidentally hit it again. Yeah, it just popped up there. God damn it, Bethesda. By Bethesda, I mean me. I know one has made a mod that when you use your thrusters, it doesn't. I think it's because of the size of the ship, potentially, but I'm not necessarily sure. I'm assuming it's tied to the hull. Grav drive destroyed. Haha, there we go. Okay. Alright. Your grav drive is destroyed. So now I get out of my seat. Where's the captain? Fuck is the locker? Okay, I did. Okay. The grav drive being destroyed doesn't. Is it the propulsion I need to be damaged? Kind of interesting because the grav drive. No, it'll have to pop up to let me know. Let me just tap things. Okay. It's the propulsion one we need to take damage. It's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me. Engines on fly. It needs to be the engines. Med pack was the game is like you need to take a med pack, don't die. See, because I don't know how it determines the damage, right? Because the whole grav drive getting destroyed, I wasn't looking very closely at my grav drive specifically, but I didn't see any red bars indicating that, you know, like it had taken damage. So is it just like a random chance? I will say, the mod author should maybe make it so that if your character dies, it just doesn't play the the pop-ups. I don't know if is it like physically just difficult to taking damage before you explode. Well, that wouldn't I don't believe that the difficulty does anything to do with damage. I could try, but I don't. Player ship damage. You deal much less damage. Don't worry, guys. Despite it all, I will not do the Hitler salute. That was in reference to Wiz's comment about space. Yeah, X is the latest one. And then there's the Helix, which is coming supposedly soon. Alright, so I got a repair problem. Oh. Alright, so my... Alright. Alright, yeah, we're testing it, okay? We got it to prompt. We just need to maybe get it to pop up maybe when we're not dead. Please. There's your red bars. What red bars? What if I just fucking YOLO when I'm close enough? How close am I? No, I know it like can occasionally do that, but I'm just wondering, right? Let me use my maneuvering abilities to like try and rub my engines and see what happens. I don't. Is it because I have no pips in the engines? Maybe let me pull pips from the engines when we get there. Problem is when I pull pip from the engines, it's just gonna like I'm gonna stop dead, which that's kind of hilarious. But let me get in rain. There we go. We're gonna rub the engines. Marking our send with the engines. How the fuck did the Why am I reversing? It really likes damaging my grav drive. Well, no shit, my fucking ship's propulsion doesn't work. I'm very confused. See, let me crank up the hull breach again and see what happens. But then I don't. If I have the hull breach setting, what do I have the hull breach setting set? The hull breach chance is 100%. Look. Man. Man. See, the only way I could see this, like, realistically working is in combat. But, like, if your engines get fucked in combat, there's a high chance you're going to get, you know, it's a GG no re. Oh. I can repair it. Does that repair my grav drive? I think it does. Let me put pips in my grav drive, actually. Would that help it, maybe? Oh, your shield generator is destroyed. I fix that? An event has been made EVA possible, whether that is a dead grav drive or your But I don't understand. So the grav drive being broken can trigger an EVA, but then I don't. Let me put pips into the grav drive. No, I have no mods doing anything. The only mods I have enabled currently are Mona, Manticore, and Flashy. Let me try this again. I mean, if I just ram it head first, right? The grav drive, is the grav drive breaking because it's a fucking Nova Galactic grav? No, that's not a. Is that Nova Galactic? I think. Why did you just take my shield generator? Is destroyed. Well, that's interesting. I didn't. I think we will call it for tonight, guys. Hopefully the mod author can maybe, I don't know, I'll like look it up maybe. I'm not sure if like it's something wrong on my end, like if I'm doing something wrong. Oh, they're random. We didn't miss too much. We've just been throwing our ship at things trying EVA. Like the mod itself is very cool. There's a lot of cool like little immersive features like the hailing and stuff. Right, the shield generator is dead, right? Let me just get out of my seat and see if I can EVA to fix the shield generator. Where is it? Where is it? No. Not that button, it's not B. Okay, yeah, we'll call for tonight. I will catch you guys Friday for the usual stream. Bye bye everybody. They're shipping one of those free links. Kind of. It's quite cool. I mean, it would be cool if it worked, but yeah. See you guys later.